Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to show you a really cool Ignister deck profile. The main focus of this deck is of course bringing out your Link 6, the Arrival Cybers Ignister. We can get him to up to 6k. He's completely unaffected by other cards' effects. I'm gonna show you that combo, how you can get there at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. First up, I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel and subscribing. I saw that I hit 100 subscribers, so I'm really glad with that. If you want to support this channel even more, keep subscribing, like the video, and comment what you think about it. And without further ado, let's get right into this. So first up, for the Ignister monsters, I am of course playing 3 copies of Achichi. This is going to be one of your best starter cards. Next up, I'm also playing 3 copies of Picari Ignister, really good follow-up. 2 copies of Doyon. I see some people cutting it to 1, but I like having 2 because I like to send this card to the graveyard, of course, with the effect of the 1 copy of Bururu Ignister, 1 copy of Hiari, just to have the water name, and then as an earth target, of course, 1 Gachiri Ignister. And that's gonna be it for the Ignister monsters. Let's get onto the hand traps. 2 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Effect Failure, run 2 copies of Nibiru, and I'm also running 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I think this is a very good lineup for the deck, and the reason for this lineup is of course because I am playing 3 copies of Crossout Designator. This deck can quite easily die to hand traps, that's why I run this package, along with of course 1 copy of Called by the Grave. Now for some disruption, if you're forced to go second, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, dealing with all of your opponent's monsters at once, really good. Once you get your Link 6 out, it doesn't really matter that your opponent doesn't take any damage that turn, because you're probably gonna win in the next turn. Next up, 3 copies of Ignister AI Land. This is the field spell. Along with this, I also run 1 copy of AI Contact, just for the draw power in the later game, and then 1 copy of Terraforming to search it out if you need it. Then, one of your best starter cards in this deck, 3 copies of AI Meet You. This can basically search out anything, just reveal a monster in your extra deck and add 1 with the same attribute to your hand. So for example, you're gonna reveal a fire monster in your extra deck, then you can add your Achichi right to your hand from your deck, so that's really powerful. 1 copy of A Idol Reborn, along with 1 copy of Fighting Spirit. These are basically the same cards, so you can potentially cut the Fighting Spirit and run 2 copies of A Idol Reborn, but I just like to keep them both in here. And then as a last 3 cards, of course, 3 copies of Silent Mining. This is also one of your best starter cards. Really good card to have as a 3-off. And that's it for the main deck. 40 cards. Now let's get into this extra deck. First up, I am of course running 2 copies of Dark Infant. You could potentially run 3 of this, but 2 is essential for the combo, so no less than that. Next up, 1 copy of Link Spider. Link Spider is here to get rid of your tokens. It's also a Cybers monster. 1 copy of Cybers Wicked. You need this for the entire combo to work. This one searches out your Bururu because it is a Cybers tuner. 1 copy of Security Dragon. You could potentially cut this one and add in a 3rd copy of your Dark Infant. 2 copies of Splash Mage. Really good card in this deck. You need 1 for the combo, and the next one you can use to follow up and go into Access Code Talker. And talk about Access Code Talker, I also run 1 copy of Update Jammer. This allows your Access Code Talker to attack twice, so that's really good. 1 copy of Dark Templar Ignister. 1 copy is fine because you're only going to attempt to make your Arrival Cybers Ignister once. So yeah, one copy is perfectly fine. One copy of Fire Phoenix at Ignister. This is your fire target for your AI Meet You. One copy of Transcode Talker. Really good card in this deck. Of course, one copy of Access Code Talker, just to help you close out games, especially in the late game. One copy of the Arrival Cybers at Ignister. This card is absolutely nuts, and you can get it up to 6k attack, completely unaffected by all other card effects, so that is really, really cool. We also got one copy of Wind Pegasus at Ignister. This is here as an essential piece to your combo. And as a final card in this extra deck, I'm also running one Firewall Exceed Dragon. This is here as an extra boss monster for the deck. All you need is 2 level 4 monsters and you get plenty of those. And this can also help you close out games along with your Arrival and your Access Code Talker. And that's it for the deck profile. Now let's get into this combo. Alright, so for this combo to completely work, you have to have one of your starter cards in hand. That can be an Achichi, or something like Silent Mining, or even your AI Meet You, and then one additional card to, well, go completely full combo. But this can be one Hiyari, this can be a Pikari, this can be a Gachiri, this can also be Silent Mining, and it can also be AI Meet You. So yeah, you've got a lot of options to go full combo with this deck. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use the Hiyari and the Achichi right here. So what you want to do is normal summon your Achichi, use its effect to search out your copy of Pikari at Ignister. Now what you want to do is link away the Achichi for your first copy of Dark Infant at Ignister. And it's quite important that you do almost every single step of your combo in the right zone, especially the play you do with Dark Templar, because otherwise it will not work. Once this is done, your Dark Infant is of course going to search you your Ignister AI land. You can activate this in your field zone, use the effect to special summon your Pikari at Ignister. Use the effect of Pikari to search your A Idol Reborn. Now you can link these two off into your copy of Cyber's Wicked. Now you can activate your A Idol Reborn to bring back your Pikari. And because it's summoned in a zone that Cyber's Wicked points to, so that's really important, you now get to activate Cyber's Wicked, so you can banish your Dark Infant at Ignister to search for your copy of Bururu at Ignister, the Cyber's tuner that I was telling you about. Of course, now you can link these two off into your copy of Splash Mage. And now you can activate the effect of Ignister AI Land again. So you have to have no monsters in your main zone to use this. Special summon your Bururu and then activate its effect to send one copy of Doyon at Ignister to the graveyard. Now use the effect of Splash Mage, special summon the Doyon. Of course, its effects are negated here, but later on we're still going to be able to use it, because now we can use these two, that's a tuner and a non-tuner, to go into our copy of Wind Pegasus at Ignister. And here our Bururu will actually trigger to special summon back our Doyon at Ignister. It's really cool because now we get to activate the effect of Doyon at Ignister to actually return the Achichi back to our hand from the graveyard. And now with these three, we can go into our copy of Dark Templar at Ignister. Here the Doyon will trigger, allowing you to add the A Idol Reborn back to your hand for follow-up play, so that's really cool. And now you can use Ignister AI Land again to special summon the Achichi, and then immediately link it away into your copy of Dark Infant. Now the Dark Templar will trigger, and as a reaction to that, also the Dark Infant will trigger. So Dark Infant will move one spot to the zone it points to. So it's important that you summon him here, because now you can move him to here and change his attribute from Dark to Divine. And that is really important because you want to have 6 different attributes on the field in order to make a 6000 attack arrival. Now the Dark Templar will summon back your Achichi, your Bururu, and your Pikari. So what you have here now is a light, a wind, a fire, a divine, and a dark. And now you can activate the effect of Hiyari, it special summons itself, to also have a water on the field. If you, for example, opened up with your copy of Gachiri, you can target your Dark Templar to negate its effects and then get an Earth on the field. So that's completely up to you, but now you have 6 monsters with 6 different attributes, and we're going to link all of these into our copy of the Arrival Cybers at Ignister. The Arrival will now have 6000 attack. It's completely unaffected by all other cards. So yeah, that is really cool. We have an A Idol Reborn in hand for follow-up play. And keep in mind that we only used 2 cards for this combo, so you would still have 3 other cards in your hand. They could potentially be hand traps or whatever. So yeah, that's a really powerful combo in my opinion. And it's a really hard card to out. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you liked it, hope you learned something. Please leave a like if you did, comment what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.